Hi, this is Eric Duhaime for therebel.media. Today I want to tell you something very simple. I want to confirm that yes, I'm gay, and so what? Do you really care? In 2017? I don't think so. It took me a long time to decide to come out publicly and to talk about my sexual orientation. Not that I hide it in my private life, everybody around me knows. But I didn't want to talk about it publicly because I didn't want to be perceived as a victim. I didn't want people to think about me because I sleep with another guy instead of a woman. Because I'm not just gay. I'm also a Quebecer, I'm Francophone, I'm from Generation X, I live in Quebec City, I'm left-handed, etc., etc. I mean, I'm Catholic. I have a lot of things that I am, except that the fact that I once in a while have sex with guys instead of girls. And the other thing also is that I didn't want to become a spokesperson for the gay community. Because for me, it's one issue and it's one of the things that, are part of me, but it's not the only thing and it's not the most important one anymore. Why? Because our society has evolved. We have the chance here in Canada to live in one of the most open, if not the most open society in the world. We are a country that welcomes the difference. We have a respect of minorities like nowhere else. And gays have benefited from it, obviously. I'm just thinking about the last half century. In 1967, in Montreal, there was the Expo 67. It was a big thing from all over the world. They were coming to Montreal, and it was our opening to the outside, if I could say so. And it also met here in Quebec, and even in English Canada to a certain extent. The end of the Catholic Church deciding a lot of things and controlling a lot of our institutions back here. It also met the beginning of the nationalist movement of Francophones who thought, they were dominated by Anglophones. It also met that the feminist movement was growing because many women felt that men were taking control of our society. I've been taking control for our society forever. And the same was true also for gays and lesbians. They were coming out of the shadows and saying, we are gay and we're here, we're queer, get used to it. I mean, it was an era of let's get our signs and our flags out and let's ask for something. Our society needs to change. Well, half a century later, time has come to say, you know what? Equality is there. Equality is here. We got it. I mean, no matter if you're gay or lesbian today in Canada, you can do whatever you want. You can become Ontario Premier if you want. You can become a radio host like me in Quebec City if you like it. You can become the head of Apple. You can become a football player in a professional team. You can do whatever you want. Your sexual orientation doesn't determine that you're going to be a failure. It's the opposite. It could be a brand of success for yourself. It's all up to you. But unfortunately, there's a lobby, like the feminist lobby, but there's also a gay lobby trying to put us as victims because they want to keep receiving their subsidies and promoting their victimization speech kind of thing. And those people are still there. They're still pushing their agenda. They're pushing, for example, in the gay lobby is pushing for a third toilet for transgender. What is the link with gays? Can I know? And is that the really and the most important thing right now in Canada? Or the feminists are talking about their rape culture. What are they talking about? They've invented such a concept that doesn't even exist. I mean, when you're pushing for things that do not exist or are very, very marginal, it's because your raison d'être is done. You should, instead of get out the flag and the signs, you should take out the champagne and celebrate because you can scream you got victory and you live in one of the most equal society in the world. Discrimination is part of our past, much more than our future. And that is why I wrote a book now called The End of Homosexuality and the Last Gay, La fin de l'homosexualité et le dernier gay. And I'm very proud to say I hope it's the beginning of a new era for gays and lesbians all across Canada. This is Eric Duhaime for therebel.media.